Hi guys. Uh, Hi guys. This is Jaya for the session of digitalization. Today I'm going to explain about what is the importance, what is the advantages of digitalization. So first we'll deal with the scenario. That is, there are two friends, Bob and David. David is earning more than Bob. The reason behind it, that David has used a digitalization method where he is getting all the approvals online, getting bookings done, and doing all the tickets online. And the customers are very happy because it's a less time consumption, and it is really very easy to get the things done on a digitalization part. But when I'm going through traditional way, it becomes really difficult, very tough for Bob to do it because he's getting all the things in a physical, in a manual way, and it really um, it becomes what do you call it, becomes very tough for Bob to earn more because the persons are getting more and more annoyed with the services. So this is how it works around. So now we'll talk about what is the difference, what is the actual difference of digitalization and the traditional way. So in digitalization way, if we see that's less time consumption, less manpower is used, less costing is there, um, faster processing and fine accuracy is there. But wherein if we are looking about in a traditional, there is a high costing, slow processing, and the risk of many errors are there. A lot of time consumption is there. Nowadays, every time the people are looking around only for a faster processing and the less of errors. So this is how we talk about, well, we are dealing with the traditional and the digitalization part. So now we'll talk about what is digitalization. So when we talk about digitalization, what do you understand by digitalization? Digitalization would be like they are comprised of four factors, which is data, uh, process, technology, and the change of organizational chart. So in technology nowadays, the technology is super fast because in every apps for domestic or a booking of a ticket or anything, I was the technology plays a very important part while we are doing in digitalization way. So if we are using those technology, it really helps how to do it. So if we are looking for buying a product, or we are looking for a renting a flat, or looking for a house to buy, or we are trying to book the tickets, so these, in this way, if you are doing an online part, so technology plays a vital role in it. Second would be the data collection. We can do all type of a data collecting, market analysis, comparisons. We can get the feedback of the entire things, how it is being done. Then we can do a process like an automation process for the growth of business life, which becomes really really very important to get through it. And after that, it's an organizational change in organizational chart also. So it really helps to get through each and every thing. So this would I call a digitalization, because nowadays you can do everything digitally way. Even you can advertise your product, brand, or the company, even online platform in social media pages where you get through it. So what is the importance of digitalization in a growth? So the importance of digitalization growth would be, one thing, the accuracy which everybody wants. And if these accuracy is there in your business growth, the customer will come back with it. If there is no glitch, the interface is good, everything is good, even your process service is accurate, the person would come and he or she will do the repeat purchases. Second, if the data is lost somewhere, and you can retrieve it, you can fix it, everything. But for me, according to me, the main point would be the retention of the customers. How would I say that a retention of the customer is the most utmost thing? That's the reason behind it, because when we talk about consumers in an online platform nowadays, everybody wants online services. Why they require those online services? To get the things done instantly, to get their problems resolved. I also want, because I am onto the same phase where I also look about the products on an online platform, and I'm trying to take the things, getting my query resolved instantly. That is the main important thing what we do it. So this is how it works in a digitalization way. So when you service those customer, those potential customer, they'll return back, they'll do the repeat purchases, and secondly, they recommend your website to the other people. So it becomes really, really important ingredient for the growth, because if there are a hell lot of consumers with the purchases, your business is definitely growing digitalization way. So I would suggest first is the accuracy, and second is the retention of the customer, which is really the most important part when you are running your business on a digitalized way. Even if you try to help those consumer, if you're listening to the consumer's query or anything, that would be really important, and it becomes a recommendation part which goes through it, and it is really, really important to get through it. So for me, in according to me, digitalization is really important. So now what we understand, now the question come, what is the examples of digitalization? The examples of digitalization, I would say a digital signature. I think you are aware earlier days when we used to open an account, we have to go to the branch and fill up the forms and give the documents, and we'll sit for like 15-20 days to get it processed. But in the digitalization form, we are doing a digital signature. We are filling up the form online, getting the documents scanned, and we are giving it to them for a faster processing. So it takes like 2 to 3 days. But in our traditional way, it is taking like 15 to 20 days. So, which is the most, according to you, it will be the foremost would be this example where digital signature is very easy to do it for processing your documents for anything, even for your credit card or a banking account or anything. Second would be the email campaigning, which I think of very important aspect or an example for digitalization for running your business. Like if I have to advertise for my product, that it's something it's made of, and you can advertise in social media pages, because nowadays Insta, or if I'm talking about Facebook, everybody is posting now and then for their product, advertising their brand, advertising their company. So it get hold of customers to get through it. He or she can understand those things. He or she can get the information about that product. He can get the feel of the product. He can even get the experience or the rating of that particular product. Even the other customers, what they are saying of their product, of this particular product, you can get a feel of it. Even you can make that analysis for your product, that how is the product going, how is the brand awareness is there among the consumers. So these things, if we do it online, it is pretty much easy for me. I think it's really very easy, or we can say very convenient to do so. So now I'll talk about what are the advantages, which I have told. It is in like very less time consumption. You can sit on the laptop and you can just browse everything on 1 or 2 pages, and you get through all the information what you want. Second, it would be a cost saving. You don't have to go here and there, or you're traveling for the particular product and get the things done for it. So I would suggest these two things. Even I would also suggest, because I to this area, earlier I used to go for a traditional method, and it was taking a hell lot of time for me to collect one product. But when I'm going online, I'm a very online person, so I'm always purchasing all the products online, and I'm getting a super deals for those particular products. I'm visiting different website, different apps, so that I can get to know, I can get the feel of that particular product. Accuracy is the less of errors when we do any drafting of a product, or if we are writing any content on that particular product or anything, so we can correct those things online. But if you say in a traditional way, we can't do it, because we'll take a hell lot of time to think about a content or a writing, whatever it is. So it is taking more time consumption in tradition, but you can get those ideas, you can get those content on an online platform. Easy distribution, if I say, it would be like, whenever I wanted to provide an information to like 5 to 10 people, I can do it through email campaigning also. But if I want to reach like 10 to 2000, 1000 to 2000 consumers, I can do it and advertising on and social media pages. Earlier we used to make pamphlets and flyers for it, and we are just sending it to every customer through the newspaper so that they can read it. But here in this case, whenever they are opening any site or they are going to some browsing, these things come as a popping up for them, and they'll get to know about your product or your company. This is where the easy distribution comes to the part. Secured is a one thing where every document, what you draft, what you do in these things, it gets saved in your system and you can easily retrieve it, which is more convenient, more easy for you. But whereas when you are doing in a traditional way, I don't think so you will get that much convenient for you, because it makes really not very easy for it. So I would suggest that I would go for an online platform, because my system is virus free and I can secure all the documents. Increase, which I explained you, the retention of the customer, which is really really important, where when you retain a customer, you can get the repeat purchases. And how would you get that? By servicing those customers, potential customers, trying to solve their queries, or you are trying to help them with their queries and everything. So that becomes really easy for you to do it. So I would suggest that this should be a main motive when you run the business. If the consumers are there, you can do each and everything. So now there would be, I'm concluding this with an interesting case study. And so earlier we have learned about what is digitalization, what is the importance, what are the examples, and the scenario. So these five, which I have told you, the advantage: time saving, cost saving, accuracy, easy distribution, and secured and increase in profit. If these ingredients are there, you can run your business very smoothly, very nicely, and you have enough profits if you service the customer well. So there is a interesting case study linked with it. I'm representing the company of UX Living Lab, and we used to deal very simply by having a very simple interface with our website, by registering the QR code, and we are just uh, as soon as we register, we can go through whatever the service we require, what are the products we require. We can give you the knowledge about the product company, or if you want to upload the feedback or anything, you can do it very instantly. Even one more thing, I will be sharing the links for your calendar for this QR code. That would be more uh, convenient part. Even you can visit our website once and get the feel of the website, get to know what we are doing. We are actually a market research company where we can give you the awareness for your brand, for your products, for your brand awareness. Where is lacking, we can give you the innovation, we can give you the strategy, that where you can pull up your business together and give a profitable business. So this is how we may try to make it. And with this QR code, if I'm talking about, QR code is now everywhere is used for the payment option, for your buying everything. So QR code is really important nowadays, because I don't, whenever I go to the shopping, I always carry the online wallet, which is really easy. You just scan it and get your payment done, which is in seconds. So I would be suggesting that would be a very better option for it. So the case study which I'm talking today is about business card. Have you heard about it? I don't know, but I have a personal experience with it also. So when you scan the business QR code, when you scan this QR code, you get this type of information, which is directly when you scan it through your phone. This type of a image and all the details come to your Android phone, and you can save it immediately. And that is very easy, convenient, trendy, because nowadays nobody wants to type it on their phone or get the things done in the safe. But it becomes really easy when you go through it. So this is how, even in my experience, when I go for a exhibition, I have gone through an exhibition where I was searching for a product in the exhibition. So, a person gives me a business card. So, in that business card, he has a QR code. When I scan it, I got the contact information as well as I got the menu for his shop, online shop, what he was dealing, and I got all the contents which I required from that QR code. So that is really very trendy if we use it in our business life. So it, for me, it's really good, because when you get in a one single business card, if you get all the information in a one business card, so the customer doesn't has to go visit anywhere. He can just look on the card and get the things done. So for me, it is just, I think it's a really easy, very innovative, and this is a called of a sales pitch where you can connect with the consumers, and consumers can have a query and they can just dial your number. They can save it immediately. They just don't keep the card here and there. They just scan it and get the information that is really very, very important for your business thing. So for me, I think this is the best thing in a business life for the growth, because nowadays it is going above and above, and it takes the thing really easy and trendy. So I so these things come in a digitalization method, where when you are talking about the things, you are getting the things on a digitalization method. And these business card with the QR codes is a really important when you are going for a sales pitch or anything, which is really very, very important. So for me, this is a very interesting case study. You can apply it on your business growth. You can you can print, because everything, printing, QR code, everything comes in a business card, because this first impression when you go for a sales pitch, this is the main thing which you hand over to the consumers, and the consumer have nonetheless have to go here and there. He can just scan it and get through the entire content for the same. So this is how it works, and this is how the code works for me. And I think whenever you wish to come to our website, you will get all type of services, what all you required for your brand awareness, for your product, for your company. So we can make you the reports, and it will make you the most easiest way to get through what is going on in your business life, and how you can grow this. We can give you the innovation, we can try to help you out with the strategy, with the things, so that you can try to understand where your company or your brand is lacking behind. So these things are really important when you are running the business on an online platform. So this is what is the case study, and what I was dealing, that was a business card with a QR code. And this is a really very cool thing to do it. So I would suggest you just print the business card with this QR code, and you will get good responses for it. And this is how the things are when we want to run the business on an online platform and get it done through it. So this is today's session, where you have learned about what is the importance, what are the example, what are the advantages of the digitalization when you are running a business on an online platform. The business can be anything. You are booking the tickets, or you are running a grocery store, or you are doing anything. Digitalization nowadays plays a really important part in doing it. So I would suggest that you should visit our website once and try to get hold what are you doing, and where it is the lacking is done. So I would suggest this would be the main thing to do it. I hope you enjoyed the session much, and I think if you have any queries or anything, just let me know. I'll get back to you for the same, and I'll try to make the things easy for you, because our site is a bit easy and have a very cool interface where you can just drop a message, or you just register with it, and we'll provide you the services which you require. Hope you like the session for it. Thank you so much.